Welcome to my second reel regarding Section 179, and this particular one is are Corral and Fence Materials eligible for a Section 179 deduction? Yes. A lot of our customers don't know this, and you would be surprised at how many CPAs don't either. However, fences used to contain livestock are considered agricultural fences and generally qualify for Section 179 deduction for the 2025 tax year. While fences are typically classified as land improvements and are ineligible for Section 179, agricultural fences, a specific exception. However, you must meet certain requirements to take that deduction. For example, business use. The fence must be used for your farming business more than 50% of the time. Well, I can't imagine why you would build a corral or put a fence around your pasture if you weren't using it to raise your cows, but that's what they say. There is a business income limit. Obviously, your total Section 179 can exceed your taxable business income for the year. You can't, in other words, the IRS ain't going to send you money, especially after you're able to write off everything that you made. Now, this was important. Placed in service. Now, this is a big one, especially having to do with Corral and Fence Materials. The rules read, you must have placed the fence in service, meaning it's ready to use, during the 2025 tax year. Unlike buying something like a squeeze chute, when you buy and it is already ready for service with a new corral or fence, it's supposed to be ready to use by midnight, December 31st, 2025. That means you need to get on the stick and either A, you must get your materials bought and have the fence installed by December 31st, or get your materials and get as much built as you can by December 31st. Now, bonus depreciation. Now listen to me. Whatever you do, tell your accountant that you know that Section 179 and a thing called bonus depreciation can work together for even more tax savings. If your accountant is not familiar with it, make him look it up. It would take me a lot of time to explain it, and I'd probably mess it up anyway, but I know it will make you pay less taxes if you qualify. So ask him. Okay, almost all Corral and Fence Materials we sell, that's at GoBob sells, are eligible for this Section 179 deduction. For example, pre-cut posts are, and we have them starting at a 2-inch OD going up to over an 8 5/8 OD in pipe. We have even more square and rectangular posts starting at 1.25 square going all the way up to 8-inch square. Now, these aren't light wall posts that you find in a chain link fence. These posts have a minimum of a 3/16 wall and go all the way up to 1/2 inch. My salesmen have years of experience to help you decide what you need for corner posts and corner sets to stretch wire. They can help you decide how heavy a post you need for line posts. This is no sense in wasting money by overkilling what you really need, and my guys can help you if you need it. Now, if you have plenty of time and cheap labor, aka family, you can save money by using long pipe or squares and rectangles to cut your own post. And if you're going to need some long pipe anyway for your top rails and what have you, I say cheap labor regarding post cutting because we can cut posts cheaper than a contractor can do it in the field. Here's another way to save money and have a really sharp looking fence too, especially if you're hiring a contractor. Use squares and or rectangles to build your fence. When I finally got a deal to buy new reject squares and recs from a couple of mills, I donated enough to build an outdoor arena for our cowboy church. There were 2 contractors hired to build it. This was because we had a big event planned for Memorial Day at the time, and it had to be ready fast. It was built and ready to use in half the time they had estimated. Both of them said it was because of the squares and recs, mainly because they did not have to cut the saddles required if they had used pipe, and that looks great. You know how popular continuous fence is, and GoBob builds the biggest selection in America. Of course, we build the 6-rail, 1.25" panels like everybody else does, but we also build a 4-bar, a 5-bar, and a taller 7-bar. By the way, if a supplier doesn't offer anything but a 6-bar, they probably aren't made in America. Neither is the pipe they were made from. Then there are some guys that use pipe made from a Mexican mill and only assemble them here. But if you're a patriot and you want to support American workers, rest assured that all our pipe is made in America and the panels are assembled in America. Now, besides the 1.25" panels, we build all those same sizes that I just went over in a 166 OD2. And we are the only supplier where you can legally buy the patented and trademark high pressure panel. They're built from 1.5" pipe. They are 24 foot long, so you can set your post on 8-foot centers instead of 10-foot. Obviously, you put these in the areas that you have a lot of pressure against. Then, of course, we build all the gates to match, and I guarantee you, you can buy our gates cheaper than you can build them, so why not? We also supply H braces and corner sets for your barbed wire fence, and if you're old school, we carry all the old school parts like sucker rods and cable, and all the accessories you need to go with it, regardless of what kind of fence you are building. We have all the sizes you may need of sucker rod clips and cable clips. We all have all the sizes of post caps, cable clamps, and cable grips. And if you think it's fun to build your own gates, we even have gate parts like hinges, sliding bolt latches, and chain latches. We even have power post drivers and structural steel. Well, I'm out of time for the Corral and Fence Materials that are eligible for 179. But if you want to learn more about Section 179 and how it applies to feeding equipment, check out my reel number 3. Just click on the link below. See you later.